First topic of the day, which is commercial acumen. Take a pause here and write down on a piece of paper, what do you understand by commercial acumen? Also write about who are the people who needs commercial acumen, right? So just two things, either write it on the paper, most preferred approach, or just think about it. I'll give you a 15 seconds time to pause here and then restart the session. Okay. I believe you must have written something. You must have, reflected on what commercial acumen means. But let me tell you one thing. There is no standard definition of commercial acumen, which is available, right? It's an array of being a simplistic definition to a very complex definition. But today, the definition which I am giving it to you, or the understanding I am giving it to you, is in a very simple terms, but very wide definition. Okay. Commercial acumen is an ability to understand how business operates and makes money. Looks very simple, right? Ability to understand how business operates. That means how your business functions internally, right? Bifurcated or divided into different verticals or different departments, and then having each one having own KPIs. So you need to understand how this integrated business operates and how does it makes money. Now, when you come to how does it makes money, it's not only internal, it is taking care of the entire ecosystem. It is taking care of the competition, it is taking care of the industry, it is taking care of the technology, it is taking care of the global scenarios which are coming up. So it's a very, very wide, it looks two-liner definition, but the meanings are very wide. And what we will do is, as we move on, we will take examples at different levels and will try to understand what commercial acumen actually means. Okay. So as I said, being commercial acumen means you need to understand your own business. You need to understand the market in which you are operating. You need to understand the industry, and you need to understand competition, technology, whatever is happening around you. So you have to wear several hats for being for understanding and developing your own commercial acumen. Okay. Now at this stage, I'll just take a few examples. Like, for example, commercial acumen is not only meant for large organization or big organization, right? It is same, this understanding or the concept runs similar for large, medium, small, all enterprises. Number one. Number two, even if you are in the leadership position or mid management, or at a starting level where you are starting your career, you need to have commercial acumen. Yes, the decision making, the power which you have to make decision, influence decision will differ, right? But it runs across the spectrum. Wherever you are operating, in whichever domain you are operating, we need to develop commercial acumen. Let's take an example. We all know Warren Buffett, right? When he was a kid, when he was a school going kid, what he did is he identified a problem statement at the barber shop. When people goes to the barber shop, the problem is the waiting, and no one wants to wait at that shop, right? And there was nothing much to do. And even the pinball game was very popular in US at that point in time. Okay. So what he did is he installed the pinball game at the barber shop. He did it for the first shop. People started coming in and happily enjoying the game, so that, even the barber was happy, even the people were happy. So he was delivering value to both, and he was earning money because people spending time were giving him the money. So he started with an investment of around $25, if I'm not wrong. And within a year, he put up these barber shops in lot of these pinball shops in lot of barbers barber shops. Okay. And he sold this business at around $1,200 within a year. So with this, you can see the example. He has looked at the entire business, the problem statement. He knew the competition because the competition was not there. In this shape and form. So he tried to build up a value proposition here and ran that very, very successfully. So very example of a very initial stage business idea, right? So that means he had a good idea. He translated that into an economic value. He understood the business and financial implication of that, and he executed it very well. So he covered all the facets of a business, right? Let's take an example of, let's take another example, which is of Jeff Bezos, right? Again, I will take this example when he was in the mid business. That means he has launched Amazon and he tried to move to the next level of growth. So what he did with his business acumen, he tried to use the data which he already is generating from the customers who are purchasing from his platform Amazon.com or Amazon.in, and he used that data to understand the need of the business, need of the market, right? And then he or I would say Amazon went on and did a strategic acquisition so that their service and their value to the customer increased, their product portfolio increased, and that is where we see Amazon where it is, right? This is another good example of commercial acumen. Third example, Richard Branson, he started a music shop. So if you have read his biography, he has launched a lot of things with the name Virgin Airlines and all that stuff. But when he was in his college days, there was a lot of demand for good music CDs, right? And he launched that business. He encountered the problems in that, and then he revived his business model, right? So he also looked at the commercial need of the market and did his decision making. 3 examples from different level of business maturity and different level in the stage of iconic businessman's career, right?